Alright, so we're back with some more Octopath Traveler. Last time we did chapter 1 of the Thieves story. And I guess since we're here, we'll go ahead and check out some of the side quest things that are available to us.
Hello, Teep.
We already seen hers. Oh, whatever shall I do? I dropped my precious egg when I was crossing the bridge. You haven't seen it, have you? What if it were dashed against a rock? Upon my honor if it was broken. A girl who found a large egg. She claims it floated down the river. Okay. You got anything I could steal while we're here? 100% chance? Oh, yeah. We take those. And that's just provisions over there. I already stole from majority of these people. I'm just doing honest work as best I can, hoping to one day catch the eye of the rest. A traveling merchant of considerable experience who deals in various sorts of precious stones, and who is adept at fulfilling the needs of the lapidary, as he is those of the apothecary. Given the mineral wealth of the Clifflands, it would come as no surprise as one of his favorite destinations. My tiger is dead and gone. We were together for years, and he was like a friend to me. And yeah, that's how I missed that striped skin. A merchant who claims to be a skilled ranger, though he boasts of being able to communicate with animals, wild beasts do not seem to be particularly fond of it. Incidentally, the scarf he wears is made from the pellets of a fallen companion. Well, isn't that security? Go ahead and take that inspiring blow. May as well rob everybody while we're here.
Gods be with you.
You know Marta's gang. They're thieves, but do good deeds too. They even give some of their ill-gotten gains away. Some say they helped an orphanage, but I can't seem to recall the name, sorry. This longtime resident of Boulderfall claims to know everything that is worth knowing about the town's affairs. While he is indeed quite well informed, he has a habit of forgetting the most crucial details, rendering much of his advice altogether unreliable. Great, sounds fantastic. Just gonna steal from everybody, critical nut. Yes, Mr. Gardner. Plucked from a life of poverty by his lordship, this man intends to make the most of the opportunity he's been given. Though he is not blind to strife between the nobility and the peasantry, he prays that one day the peoples of Boulderfall will find a way to live in harmony. Well, may as well steal from him while we're here. Ooh, 3% chance. Plus 80 max SP this early, though? Bro, if I could, though. But something tells me I'll get wrecked if I don't. If I try and go for it and get caught. There's a spine-chilling rumor going around that I scarce believe. The folk of the slum town are plotting to rebel against the Highborn. I mean, when you have such disparities, is it really that unrealistic? Garrison maids say they've been confiscating weapons by the cart. It makes me blood run cold, and I wonder what his lordship is. His prosperity is sin. I am pursuing a number of projects that improve the lot of the impoverished people of the place. I wish I could tell them about myself, but I dare not venture into the slum town for fear of my life. Seems they're in no mood to talk to me, let alone listen to what I have to say. I mean, can you blame me? A student of politics and history, this highborn man hopes to use his education and his family's wealth to better the lot of all who dwell within Boulderfall. Well, considering the nobles within the area, can you really blame him? You got project plans, so maybe if I go down there now, I can talk to them on his behalf. Plus 10 evasion. We take those. We're getting a lot of free gear just for existing. Man, Thief kind of nice, especially for the early game, just to be able to steal what's needed. Plus 10 SP. What do I have? Prevent silence? Well, you would definitely do good for plus 10 SP. Evasion? I mean, I can tank hits like no tomorrow with my aim, so me getting more evasion doesn't matter too much. Our Thief, on the other hand, could just make him a dodge tank. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but who knows?
Hello.
I'm working here away from home, but my wife sent word she's coming to visit. My work's not done here, and I can't spare the time to meet her. I pray to the gods she finds honest company to travel. Originally from the village of the Huntress, this devoted husband is in many ways the perfect complement to his wife. In the endless labors he undertakes are said to be solely for her benefit. Same? Indeed, his sense of self-worth appears to be inextricably bound to his ability to provide for her. That's pretty sad. You don't have her to, you know, anything of your own. Ooh. Occasionally decreases target's attack. A free bow, don't mind if I do. Energizing pomegranate, don't mind if I do. I love how they just don't question it. They're just like, oh, well, I guess it's gone. Someone, naive clothier who has traveled a very long way in search of new markets. He has invested his entire fortune in this venture, having brought with him stock from Atlaston, Grandport, Victor Hollows, and other notable cities. I mean, good luck to you and all that. Well, I suppose we should check out everywhere in this town then. Make sure we steal from everybody we can't steal from. I wonder if we can even... Surely we could go back into the manor at this point. Well, hello there. Why, hello, that light in your eye. You have that look about you. But alas, you're not quite the one I'm looking for. I feel like I've been searching all my life for that one perfect person. Okay, then. Whatever you say, Grandma. Steal everything off the guardsman. Whoa. That woman, I think she might just be the perfect one for me. I have plenty of confidence in my sword. Is that an innuendo for something? Countless battlefields I have conquered, yet it was only when I returned from the field of war that I realized I gained nothing for all I had fought. That was when I realized I was truly missing something. My other half, my perfect woman. That woman, oh, how could I ever get her to glance in my direction? Yeah, perfect person. What? Yeah. Okay, maybe we actually need, like, a warrior or something for her, based on what he's saying. Can't steal from the doges. Can't steal from this guy, though. A bow? Herb of Awakening, sure. Get looted scroll. 100% chance of preventing sleep. Don't mind if I do. Imagine paying so much money for that when we could have just sold it. Oh man. Good thing we picked up the thief, apparently. Ah, I still have to go in through the window? Well, okay then. Oh, well, there's probably not going to be anything new in this area because it considers it more or less a dungeon. But we can still check out the slums. We might even be able to do that side quest with the slums over here if we're able to make use of those project plans. We already heard them talk, so I'll just skip through theirs. Boy, I want to join a thieves gang. Nah, I don't think you would. The thing is, flinching's too much like hard work for my liking, so I want to quit. But I gotta find a replacement before I do. That's one of the rules of Martyr's Gang. Yeah, be surprised how hard it is to find reliable outlaws these days. A dab hand at the fine art of thievery, this member of Martyr's Gang works with his brethren to rob the wealthy landowners and greedy nobles who exploit the poor and destitute through more socially acceptable means. Okay, well, time to steal from you then. That's how this works, right? Speed plus 10? Sure, why not? I mean, I may as well throw it on. It's more of a benefit than it not having it all. Prevent sleep? I mean, that might be nice just to have, but plus 10 speed in general is pretty good. That's the tavern. It's time for the poor and downtrodden to rise up. The highborn have taken everything from us, so it's time we take it back. course, all we wish was a peaceful resolution. We can't stand the thought of losing anyone in the fight. But what recourse have we? We want to improve our lot, this is the only chance we have. So about these project plans, I should have robbed them first before I said yes. You speak the truth, they have plans to help us. Who would have known the Highborn truly care for us and our plan? I exited out on that one. Then there's no need for useless bloodshed. I'll tell my comrades to lay down their arms. And I'll go myself to meet the nobles and offer a hand in peace. I should have robbed him first, Rip. I want to see this resolved as quickly as anyone else does. God's mercy, my traveling friend. Now, we're here now. Today's a grand day. A sight like this brings a tear to my eye, it does. I'm here on behalf of the poor folk to sue for peace between us. Can we let bygones be bygones and work together for the good of all?
Well met.
Thank you for coming all this way, goods. You propose precisely that which I have long desired. Let us join hands for now for fellowship. First, let me tell you of my plans that improve the lives of the people in the slum town. I would gladly hear them, sir, but our conference will be a long one, I hope. Let us drink together first to seal our alliance. Yes, a splendid idea. The future's looking bright, thanks to you, fair stranger. I don't know what it would have happened if you hadn't interfered. 2,000 bucks. Nice. Well, we didn't do everything we wanted to in the slums just yet, so we'll go ahead and check it. And if there's not anything else, I guess we'll move on to the warrior, I guess. Alright, well. We probably could have done more of the side quests in that area, but on to the warrior it is. Well, you know how it goes, time to rob everyone.
Well met.
Let's hear Cobblestone, our little home in the hills. The wool the sheep raised in these windswept lands can command a high price at market. Nevertheless, this man is content to charge a marvelous amount and pass his days in peace and quiet. Curious, but wow, 8%, Iron Vest 65%. Alright, merchant man ain't messing around over here. I haven't upgraded the shop just yet, so he probably doesn't have anything too crazy in there. We're gonna leave the warrior alone for the time being. They say there's a cave deep in the hills, not that I've been there with those brigands milling about. A youth ever in search of exceedingly rare apothecarial ingredients, at present he scours the mountains near Cobblestone for plants which only grow in the highest reaches. Precisely where these plants are may be found is a secret he will never share, for he will not suffer another profit from his hard work. It do be like that sometimes. Ooh, 8%. Man, nobody wants to get stolen from in this area. Fair enough. Olive of Life, we take those. Nothing in here. Really?
Here.
My job was to stay and protect the villagers. Really? Before his tenure as captain, this former mercenary took a grave wound in his knee. Oh, was it by an arrow by chance? Which forced him to abandon his then profession. Long days and nights he wandered until the headman showed him kindness, which he was sworn to repay. You'll find residents of this town more receptive to challenges. Nice. 80%. I don't even want to take a chance of messing up. It's just a healing grave. Like, I don't care that much. I'm praying to the gods you can bring my boy back unharmed. Well, okay. A woman of humble birth who came to Cobblestone, the marrier beloved, though he perished in battle shortly after her son Philip's birth, she continues to hold her husband's memory in her heart as she looks after his final, most precious gift to her. Surely we can steal from Gramelot. Or not. Alright, well. A band of brigands has been causing trouble in parts of the place. I urge you to tread cautiously when traveling on the open road. an elderly man to whom the people of Cobblestone looked for guidance. After losing his wife in the fires of war, he laid down his arms once and for all. Without hesitation, he welcomes those bearing similar scars to his own, and refrains from asking after the ghosts that may haunt him. How nice. 8%? Yeah, okay. Purifying seed ×1, we take those.
Why, hi.
Feeling thirsty? This here's the tavern. Well, you know, best meat in the Highlands, they say. The young woman of humble birth who left her parents and came to Cobblestone to help a friend run a tavern. From an early age, her father, an experienced hunter, trained her in the use of a bow. Owing to her consummate skill, there are few who would dare to lay an unwelcome hand upon her. So apparently she'll be a decently difficult one to challenge based on that. Plus 10 accuracy and 80% chance to fail it. Nah, I think we're good. Arcane bow, well, we picked up a few of those now. I could switch party members at the tavern, but I think we can just rock how it's been going so far, just keeping the party members we've been picking up as we go along. That seems fine. And presumably that's his house. Anything else in this area? I don't think that's where I need to go. Okay, presumably not. In which case, we'll go ahead and talk to them. As brigands, what villains would take a defenseless youngling as a hostage? Hold fast, Philip, I'm coming. His name is Ulberg, and he is a warrior. Here in Cobblestone, a remote village in the Highlands, he hires out his sword under the assumed name of Berg. Once a great knight, he lost both land and liege, as well as his reason for wielding a sword. Yet one fateful day, bandits raided the village he now calls home, stealing off with his protege, the young villain. Ulberg takes sword in hand and sets off after the brigands. He will need worthy allies of the path he has chosen. Sure. And then Thief Man, we'll go ahead and put you away for the time being. Near the beginning of the tale, let's do it. 8 years ago.
Hells! Is he man or beast? He's but one, yet fights like a score.
Strength of 100 men? What?
Gods have mercy. That's the unbending blade of Hornburg.
Hornburg? Where have we heard that name before?
Ulberich Eisenberg. You know my name. And so to business. Who will be the next to die? It's you who'll be dying! Look about you! We have the numbers!
After he was just talking about how it didn't matter.
Enemy reinforcements on the left flank! To Sir Ulbricht's side, men! The blackguards have had their way for long enough!
Charge! It matters not. We're done here. Sound the retreat! Withdraw to the rallying point!
Low-key, this music almost feels like Pokemon music. Am I wrong? Like, low-key, it kind of feels like this could be Pokemon music.
Nothing I couldn't handle. Can you hold this position?
You make for His Majesty's camp, sir?
Just so. Our foe attacked from both flanks. We have no orders from the Crown. This concerns me.
His Majesty is well guarded, sir.
Sir Erhard is with him. I know this.
There is no stronger knight in the realm. Other than yourself, of course, my lord.
How a way to just stroke the ego a little bit.
Surely His Majesty is in no danger.
Perhaps not, but we must be certain. I would know how the battle unfolds. Besides, Word from the king always lifts the men's spirits.
As you wish, sir. We will hold this ground.
Be safe, and may the gods guide your blade.
And yours, Sir Elbrick.
Heavens have mercy. His Majesty's own guard, slain to the last man. Who could have done such a thing? Erhardt. Where is Erhardt?
So, it was you.
Oh. Well, that's a little awkward.
Liege! Erhardt, what is the meaning of this?
And there he goes.
What have you done? Ah!
Have you not eyes? The king is dead by my hand.
What madness? What treachery is this?
No madness here. We call it treachery, if you will.
I thought you a friend. A brother! Ah!
Brothers indeed. How many times did we cross swords like this in the practice yards? And how many times have I told you? I see your every move, your every strike before it falls.
He really just told him to get good.
As I see yours.
Ah, but you've not seen everything. I saved one trick for the day I knew would come.
Always the same dream. Ah, Philip. What is it?
Crivens! How did you know it was me, sir?
Who else would it be, nerd?
One must always be on his guard, even when he rests. Yes, a knight... No, I am no knight. Just a man with a sword, and nothing more.
If you say so, sir. But there's lots of men what carry swords that can't do half of what you do. Oh, I almost forgot, sir.
He's got
The
his own
headman's
little
looking for you.
cheerleader.
Says he wants a word. He didn't say about what.
Tell him I'm on my way.
Yes, sir. I'll go on ahead and let him know, sir. He'll be in the square. You know the one.
How many years has it been since Hornburg fell? My liege lost. My land in ruin. I wandered aimlessly. After a time,
Probably why.
I came to this village. Here, I earn my keep as a hired sword, hiding behind another man's name, defending the villagers from bandit raids, teaching young men how to handle a blade. Not a glamorous life, but it puts food on my plate. A man like me knows only the battlefield, worth only as much as the blade at my side, and the arm that swings it.
Kinda sounds like you're selling yourself short, but alright.
When that blade fails to save my sworn liege, what does that make me?
You weren't even there to stop it from happening.
For
How are you gonna
years,
believe
I've
yourself?
asked
in this?
myself that question. No answer still. At least, not one I like.
Well, that's a given.
One thing I do know is that I owe this village a debt. A debt I intend to repay.
If you say so, man.
But that's enough brooding for one morning. The headman's waiting.
Berg, sir. Ho there.
On patrol, sir. Nothing to report.
I see.
Good to hear. Two of you today. Usually only one man does the rounds.
Yes.
Aye, sir. Headman thought it best. There's brigands in the hill. Poor merchant gutted for his coin purse just yesterday. Was a grisly sight, sir. Ooh.
Indeed.
These are dangerous times. One can never be too careful. I hear the headman is looking for me.
Just so.
You mentioned that, sir. He should still be over in the square. Now, if you'll excuse us, sir, morning patrol will resume rounds.
Oh.
Ah, Berg, there you are. Good morning to you, sir.
I see.
Good morning to you both. Philip said you wanted to speak to me.
Ah.
Yes, I'll get straight to the point. We've had reports of bandits in the fields.
I see.
I see you doubled with patrols.
Why,
Yes, I was also hoping to ask for your aid. With bandits lurking, the villagers daren't venture into the hills. We cannot check the traps nor collect fire. It's quite the predicament, to say the least. Leave it to me. Where can I find these thieves? As for the precise location of their den, I fear I cannot say. I sent some of the men out searching. What?
Berg, sir.
In the meantime, could you put the militia through their drills? Our men are keen, but if they don't know a pummel from a pike, if you get my meaning.
As you wish.
Consider it done.
Beg pardon?
Ah, sir, would it not be a burden? Might my Philip join in the training? If he is willing, so am I. He's more than willing, sir, I assure you. Been pestering me for weeks to ask. That's a brave lad. The boy has pluck and ambition, and he could find a worse man to look up to than Berg. Ever since my husband died in the war, it's just the boy's getting to that age when he needs a father. Oh my. Chill. Oh no, I didn't mean to say. Your boy is already a credit to the village. I'm not being a stepdad. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Who would want to take on all the responsibility and then get none of the rewards for news? It just does not make sense. It'd be my honor to train.
How can I ever repay you?
You're too kind, sir. It's settled then. Trade the lad well and see that he does his mother proud.
I see.
I will. I can challenge townspeople to a duel. They're really gonna make me dunk on them, huh? Well, I suppose if you insist. A battle fair and square, the arms always ready to spar, sir.
Tis a good day for battle. Have at you.
Attack all foes with a sword, increase the user's physical attack for 3 turns. I got swords and pole arms. Alright.
The battle.
For 7 turns? Oh yeah, that would work out. Apparently you can increase your defense with your boost. That could potentially be good for bosses and stuff if you really just need the tank a hit. Got me again. You attack with boldness, but you leave yourself open. And so a simple counterblow strike quickly strikes you down. You must remember balance in all things.
I see.
Balance, right. I'll try to remember that, sir. A battle fair and square, the arms. It's always an honor to train with the warrior of your skills.
Let us fight with honor. Now then.
Well, you know, he's slightly tankier than the other one. And he threw his attack away. Alright, then. Can you really count it training if they just sit there and let you just wail on them? I mean, it's no good, sir. We're no match for the likes of you. You're too hesitant. It's important to protect yourself. This is true. But you'll never win a fight if you lack the courage to strike. If you say so, sir. That's it. If you fought side by side, you might complement each other well.
Indeed.
Was just thinking that myself, sir.
Just so.
Better than the sum of our parts, eh, sir? What do you say, friend? Fight side by side? Two heads are better than one, eh?
What's this?
Something the matter, sir? What? No, sorry. It's a fine idea. Train together and you'll be capable soldiers one day.
Yes. I thank you.
The two of us will go on patrol then, by your leave.
I see.
Yes, good. If you would. Sir, me next, please.
No.
You're not ready yet. You need to work on your form.
Hey, come on!
Do the drills as I showed you, and you'll be sparring soon enough. You have talent left.
I do?
Just
I see.
feed them copium. Not many boys your age take the sword so quickly, and I've trained my share. Thank you, sir. My father, he's, gone, sir. Died in the war, as we've heard. Mother's looked after me ever since, all on her own, sir. But soon I'll be a man grown, and it'll be my turn to take care of her. She's a lucky woman to have a son so brave.
Hey, thanks.
So you see why I've got to get stronger. I have to protect Mother and everyone in the village. After all she's done for me, I owe her that much. I too once had someone to protect. Sir? It's nothing, lad. Just old memories. Keep at your training, you'll be a strong man before long.
You got it.
I will, sir. Mayhap I should make a round of the village. I challenge everyone. Come on, old man. I didn't ask you to put me through the motions. He's like, oh no, please.
Have at you.
Poor old man. I just never stood a chance.
Now then. With each battle, I grow stronger.
A fine fight that was. You have my thanks. Warlands, okay. At least we actually have something we can... Crit 41, oh my. Alright. Well, it definitely looks like we're using our pole armor as our main weapon currently. 41, bruh. Must be level 15 or higher. Okay. Lady's got hands. Well, okay then. Brigands, we're under attack. Bergser, brigands from the hills. Right, I got people to wreck before we fight the brigands, so you, sir, would you like a duel while we're, wait a minute. yeah, let me think on that one. Wait a minute. That didn't seem like it was gonna go over too well. I mean, we're still only level 1 and with the most basic of gears. I don't know about this one, Chief. Is there really that few of NPCs in this area at the moment? Apparently so. We're really not hurt like that. We're fine. We're only missing like 10 HP or something. These dirty peasants don't know their place. We outnumber them, surround them. Stick a blade in their backs before the boss finds out. Swineherd slowed us down.
That's so.
Do your worst, you brutes.
That's right.
You'll not be getting past us.
Damn it.
Damn it all, these swineherds know how to fight.
Look.
I swear on my
Good work,
blade.
man. You did well to hold them off. But I'll take over from here.
Abscons!
And who in the hells are you supposed to be? He's a bleeding fool if he thinks he can take us all.
Oh.
So he's got a fancy blade, eh? I know you're sore, Hedge Knight. I've cut down my share of your betters.
The hell?
I'm telling you, this one's trouble.
Indeed.
You both have the right of it, but I'm a common Hedge Knight with no name to speak of.
Have at you.
But if you come looking for trouble, you found it. Stone will cut out your tongue.
I
Enough prattle, let's skewer.
will not fail.
Oh, it really is just
truly
gonna be 1v3. Well, okay. We could just like abide and then just go for maxed out level slash, depending on how we want to play this. Attacks all foe with our sword. Our pole arm is better, but our warrior skills are feel kind of lacking, honestly. Maybe that's just me.
Victory shall be mine.
Man, they sure get the attack a lot before me. Oh.
Victory shall be mine.
Well, I guess it makes sense when I can just
I grow strong.
instantly destroy them. You can handle Blade Eye, but this ain't the end of it.
That's right.
When the boss hears about this, you're a dead man, you hear? See about that, won't we? Help, my boy.
Come on.
Let me go, you ugly. Oh, Berser, they took him from me. My poor Philip, he was trying to protect me, but those animals. Forgive me, sir, there were so many of them. It doesn't matter now, we have to save the lab.
Let me see.
We know where they are now, holed up in a cave deep in the mountains.
Indeed.
Now let's go, gods only know what they'll do to. Wait,
What?
but sir, we have to do something, they might kill the boy.
No.
If you leave now, who will protect the village when the thieves return? No, you'll be played right into their hands. God's mercy, is there nothing we can do, sir?
I see.
I'll go after the boy. Alone, but sir, even you? You stay and guard the village, at least until you're sure they're not coming back.
Ah.
Chief,
Forgive me.
you are the boys, our only hope. Can you do this?
As you wish.
Consider it done.
Oh,
Please, sir,
heavens.
bring him back safe.
I swear on my blade.
Alright, you know, but... And so I must go and save the boy from those ruffians. What's that you say? You wish to lend me your aid? Hey, you seem like you can hold your own on the battlefield. It'd be my honor to call you a comrade. Philip is taken to the brigand's den north of the village. We must make haste. He's joined the party. How's our skills looking? I know we gotta be somewhat close. 901, we almost have our next skill. And we'll get our next support skill. For our apothecary, I'm still thinking rehabilitate, because getting status immunity for 2 turns is pretty good. That speed cost is pretty high though at 10. Not that 8 is much cheaper, and the skill just, I don't know, maybe it's better than what it sounds like, but just reading it, it sounds pretty meh. A single attack, I imagine it's just slightly better than my regular attack. What do we have? Attack a single foe with a pole arm and act earlier on your next turn? Okay. Become more readily targeted by foes for 3 turns. Okay, so Insight is provoke, but it's not guaranteed provoke. I hate... Is it just me? Maybe this is just a pet peeve, but I hate provoke skills that are like fake provoke skills where it's like, oh, you're just more... You know, you're more likely to get targeted, but they can target other people. It's like, well, the whole point of me provoking is so that they go after this person, so that way I can deal with it more easily. I guess it makes provoke a little broken, but like, Fake provoke is like, oh, I'm gonna use this and save somebody, and then they get killed anyways, and you're like, great, glad I provoked for that. Unleash the sword attack on a single foe, pretty meh. I feel like Spearhead would just be better than that at this point. Increases physical defense for 3 turns. I guess that's good if you want to go for like a provoke build. Attack random foes with a polearm 5 to 10 times. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. At the very least, just for breaking block. Honestly, not too hyped about the warrior skills right now. Like, maybe they'll make up in some insane damage or something, but just like reading them right now is kind of like, are you sure about this? I know we're already relatively far into this, but we've always done the full thing, at least so far, recently, when we've been doing the full Chapter 1 quest for people, so even if it's a bit longer, we'll stick with the theme here. And surely most dangerous, sir. Best prepare well before setting out. We can also actually give him some weaponry now. Might be slightly better than what he's got going on here. Though it's not looking by hell too much so far. Prevent sleep, I mean, at least it's something. Yeah, alright. We got 40k money, so we can start buying some better stuff. Or we can steal it, in theory. Alright, well, if they want to just hand me a chest, don't mind if I do. Healing grape, sure, why not?
Let us fight with honor.
Apparently these are not rockadillos, there's something else. No, it still calls them a rockadillo, but it suggested that we hadn't seen their weakness before, but we definitely fought rockadillos before. So not really sure what all that's about. We just go for immediate level slash? Wow, I have no SP. I know I'm like really low on level.
I will cut you down!
I'm ready.
We get to Night of, I want to say Bewildering Grace. Job experience times 2, let's go. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I kind of just want the AoE, honestly. That's a lot of damage. Wind slash, yeah, it would make sense that the birds would have something like that. That's probably real overkill, and yet I still want to do it.
A great inferno the land. You should have studied harder.
+6 on job points, we take those. I mean, an increased job point thing, when it works, it works. I mean, you'll love to see it. If only Bewildering Grace just didn't cost so much, or if there was a way for me to get SP back for my dance or something, man. Just so that way I could spam it for those bonuses, because those multipliers, they start adding up real quick. It's just actually getting them in the first place.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Bring it on!
What? Man, I really wish my apothecary had more AoE, but it's still just not a thing yet. I mean, we have Last Stand.
I'm ready.
Go for the Bewildering Grace. Your foes appear drowsy. Alright, random sleep, sure, why not? I've seen better effects, but I'll take it.
No,
And then, you know, if you just want to blow them away,
All light, fight them down.
I'm ready.
Somebody weak against daggers. Or finally kind of just spam skills on Ulbrich for the time being because he's leveling up as quickly as he is. 1,000 signs. Man, these birds can be kind of annoying. Just a bunch of AoE on them. And quick.
I am ready.
All right.
Now then.
Somebody weak to pole arm. Even Cyrus was able to get rid of him. One more fight and we can get that next skill on our apothecary. Will be interesting to see what that support skill will be. Because the level 3 support skill so far was like very nice, so level 4 should hopefully be even better. People will probably be like, oh, it's lame, it's only like 500 HP, which is kind of a lame support skill. I mean, I'll give you that, but it is really helpful. I mean, some of the lamest skills are some of the most helpful ones. You know, like, am I crazy to say that?
Here we go.
I'm surprised there's so much dark weakness here. I guess they really expect you to take the Dancer. Then again, I guess the Dancer is relatively close by comparison to some of the others. Apothecary so we can break the rocket pillows.
The battle is truly joyful.
Level
I will
slash.
cut you down.
Still not enough to clear out the rocket pillows. Nobody's really extra special here, so we'll just go ahead and use it. It feels like Cyrus should have usage of all the elementals. I guess that would make him a little too good, though. Because then it would make the others that use the offhand elements worse in that regard. So I can see why they didn't do.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
And with that, we will figure out whatever our apothecary skill is going to be. I still say rehabilitate 3,000 for the next skip, bruh. 3,000. What age? Okay, 1,000 spears for sure. Insight, but like I really don't need him for that just yet. I mean, it's definitely one of those we're gonna pick up before the end of it. Cross strike, I think we'll leave as like one of his last skills. Spearhead could be good. I guess we'll take on insight on the off chance that I need it. Dancer is still a little bit longer before we get hers. Same thing with Cyrus's. But we can apply those support skills. Resist ailments. Improve resistances to basically everything. Alright, I mean, it's kind of a lame skill to read out. Like, I would have hoped for better, but it really is a good skill. Just passive resistance to basically every SAS ailment in the game. This character will absorb single-targeted attacks for allies who are near death. So, clearly Olbrich is meant to be your tank in this game, based on stuff like this, between the provoke and the guarding against death. So, it'll probably end up being a mainstay as a result in the party. Just for the fact that we need a tank, unless somebody else could take that role. Though I'm doubting it. We don't have evasive maneuvers, because we're not trying to necessarily avoid fights at the moment. So.
Let us fight with honor.
Still really nice to have Cyrus, just to point out weaknesses. It's probably a little premature before Firestorm, but I'm still gonna do it.
Here goes nothing.
Apparently that bird was not all that tanky.
I am ready.
I mean, it still did work. We basically were able to clear everyone out there.
All right.
Victory shall be mine.
I am ready.
harder.
Rose hit level 15. Nice. Can we throw down and say we really shouldn't need it? Though it's looking like maybe I should heal with my apothecary here. Don't mind if I grab this chest right here first, do you? Old coin? Probably just money, presumably. Look who's come. Maybe you lost something. A head's knight. Move aside before I cut you in two. You have courage, I'll give you that. Just who are ye anyways? Ever seen no hedge knight swing a blade the way ye do?
Indeed.
Then you'll step aside if you know what's good for.
The hell?
You're on our land now, hedge knight. We give the orders.
That's right.
You have skill, but you're a man like any other, and you'll bleed as red. Get him.
I will not fail.
I am ready.
Well, we already figured out their weakness.
Here I
BP recovered? Hey, free BP recovery? We take those.
Course of action. A great inferno.
Relief for a nice early start. Oh, okay, they're just plebeians. Alright, well. Still get a little bit of job points, though not much out of it. Be strong, lad. I'm coming for you. Was thinking maybe, just maybe, they might put up at least a little bit more of a fight, but now they kind of just got destroyed. Which way to start first? It's always the question whenever we go into a new dungeon, isn't it?
You won't feel a thing.
Victory shall be mine.
1,000 spears? I mean, you are still leveling up like that. So
Death by 1,000 cuts.
bruh, how do you miss so
ready.
much? Man.
Here I am.
Wonder and Grace, let's see. Your defensively.
Here goes nothing.
Rose, please, why are you trolling me? Well, surely snakes don't like cats, right?
What is the logical course of action?
And well, we know at least one of them's weak to ice. Got rid of the snake. Somehow the bat went through there.
Here goes nothing.
And he goes.
Interesting dilemma.
Well, we tried ice. How about electricity on rats?
Fight them down.
Meh. Alright
I am
then.
ready.
Now
Oh, that actually hit
Here
me
we
that
go.
time.
I am ready.
I should have just boosted there, but that's it.
Now, what?
victory shall be mine.
This guy was far more tanky than I was expecting him to be.
The show is over.
$3,000 for that final skill for our apothecary. Man, they really did not want us getting that last skill anytime soon. 1,000 was already precedent, but 3,000, man. That's like multiple chapter stories of that room.
Huh?
I am ready.
Well, no more Welder and Grace feels bad, man. Night ode it is.
All right.
Well, we can still use ice on you. That wasn't enough to finish off the snake. I ran out of SP so fast on Cyrus. We do spam his strongest skills, that's for sure.
I am ready.
Could probably hold back on that in the future. Get rid of the snake before it can do anything. Just keep spamming Wiggle Slash just to get their shields off.
Here we go.
Now, what next?
How about you?
Ulbrich already tanking up quite nicely, as to be expected. I mean, if he is going to be our tank, then having a higher HP pool in general is going to be natural.
I am ready.
Here goes nothing.
Now,
This rat is always so tanky.
The show is over.
Don't mind if I just like grab this chest over here, dude. Copper lantern, probably just a sellable, but I'll always take money. I don't think I've missed the chest just yet in this area.
Here we go.
Rats being weak to the dark seems kind of weird. Being weak to the light, now that makes more sense.
I am ready.
The battle is truly...
I kind of wish boosting would give you an increase on defense break, though that would probably make the game a little too easy if that was the case.
I am ready.
How about you? I will cut you down!
All right.
Having consistent on the AoE on the warrior is kind of nice, though.
I am ready.
It seems to do halfway decent too, though I would expect it to, considering it's the warrior.
Here goes nothing.
Let's get stepped up! What is the logical course of action?
I am ready.
Now then. With each battle, I grow stronger.
We're getting a lot of good job points and whatnot in this area. I'm all for it. Especially considering how many we need. Probably just gonna sell the usual, right? Yeah. I mean, I could buy more plums if I want. Constantly feeding our dancer SP is probably worthwhile for the fact that we can get double the job points and whatnot as a result. And it's for relatively cheap. Guess we'll go ahead and drop a save in here. We're still gonna do the boss and all whatnot, but on the off chance that like the recording crashes or whatnot. I've yet to have that happen so far though, so I'm not too concerned about it. But on the off chance.
Boy.
Do you tell me about this friend of yours? Knows how to fight, does he?
That's right!
He sure does. He's stronger than all of you put together. You won't stand a chance. Stronger than all of us? That's a laugh. The boy's dad.
Hey, come on!
It's not a joke. Stop laughing. You hear that, makes
hell.
sense. It's the strongest blade in the realm. If he thinks he can best all of us, he's more madman than knight.
Yeah.
This ain't a fairy tale, boy. Real knights don't piddle away their days in the company of swineherds. If he's a knight from the stories, a damsel in distress might serve as better bait. Reckon we should go back for the moment? Now there's a plan. I'll drink to that.
Hey, come on!
Stop it. You won't be laughing when Sir Berg is through with you. Sir Berg, now there's a frightening name. Look, me arms all a tremble.
stow your tongue.
Shut up, all of you. Boss,
Aye.
reckon the boy's got more courage than a lot of you, and more wits to boot. So, less yammering and more sharpening your stabbers.
But
The boss, ain't no way the head knight will follow us here unless he's mad.
That's right.
Aye, it ain't like it is his own son or nothing. Why should he care? Why indeed, things could get interesting though if he does. Always had a soft spot for men with more courage than sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Aye.
like the boy here. What do you say, laddie? Care to join our little family? We're always looking for men with
Not on your life!
I'll never join you. I'm gonna be a brave warrior like Sir Bert. You hear that, man? The boy says he's too good for banditry. Think you're the only one who feels that way, boy. Let me tell you something. What is it, boss?
Sir!
Sorry I'm late, lad. Got held up along the way.
Hi, look. It's the mighty Sir Berg in the flesh.
He is mad. How did he get in here anyway? Where are the lookouts?
Bleeding in the dirt, last I saw.
Ooh.
Sir!
Stay back!
Did he just... He parried the boss's blow? Hang me, but I ain't never seen no one do that before. You're quick, all right. And strong. Clearly, no common hedge knight, are you?
Just as you are no common brigand.
Ooh.
That blade.
Like it, do you? It just so happens to be a present from an old friend.
Really now? Now where have we seen that sword?
Earhart? Oh, you know the man, do you now?
So it is his blade. As if I needed another reason to cut you down where you stand. How do you know Earhart, rogue? Speak, or I'll slice your throat.
Oh, right in front of the kids.
You've got a score to settle, is that it? I can see it in your eyes. They blazed like fire when you said his name. Look, I don't know what passed between you and Earhart. But if you're looking to ask questions of me, my good sir, you'll have to earn the right!
I will not fail.
What absolute massive.
What is the logical course of action?
I forgot to give Cyrus SP. That's awkward.
Let's
Well,
try
guess we're doing it now. A little late to the party, but better late than never, I suppose. Okay then. Well, we have plenty of fire access.
How do you like
May as well go ahead and start getting rid of the plebs.
I am ready.
And see if we can get double points on the boss fight. Your fellow Pierce Drowsy. Nice.
Have at you.
Well, we don't really need you to be waking everybody up now, do we? So we'll just go ahead and poke people with your polearm. No weakness to the polearm, fair enough. Go ahead and go for another Bewilder and Grace. Get a little boost of strength. We might just keep fishing for the double points. I mean, it is a boss fight. If there was any time we were going to want to get double points, it would be now, right?
How do you like this?
Victory shall be mine.
Okay, so the polearm wasn't for you, huh? How about... What if we just go all in on physics then while we have all our boosts? He grabs and whirls his blade, huh? I guess he doesn't like me not attacking him. Alright, Cyrus. Hit him with the fire.
the land.
Not weak to fire, fair enough.
I am ready.
You do not have enough for Bewilder Grace just yet. You are weak to daggers.
Bring it
though.
on.
That is good to know. You might be weak to axes, in which case this might be enough to break you. Not the kicks. Alright, unfortunately. Woo! Alright, 794. Alright then, if that's the case, if that's how we're gonna play it.
Use this.
Okay, so it's just single target, basically you're forced to block for it, or increase your defense. Probably, you know, one of the two, or ideally, you know.
Oh, flames! Rain! Rock!
Cyrus is just gonna keep spamming fire. I keep forgetting to buy more soothing seed on my apothecary. Should really be doing that. And we're gonna go ahead and just keep fishing for those double points with our dancer here.
Victory shall be mine.
you can just keep working on these guys, I guess. We'll just use this to keep breaking their shields quicker.
All right.
And I don't have any more of the bigger seething seeds, unfortunately. Component that restores HP. Yeah, that'll
try this.
3,000, and it's a panacea, apparently. Yeah, that'll work. And I guess we'll just keep passing SPs to you and the dancer, and then me and the warrior will just do what we need to do. At least until I get double points with the dancer. Weak the wind, huh? They also have level slash. Suppose I can't be too surprised by that fact.
Out of my way!
Wow, that did like 0 damage. Not that we had boosted it or anything, but man. If we just want to break his shield, although if we want to go all in on the guy that's stunned, that would work too. Weak the axes as well, good to know. They really like the focus Iris. If you could just not eat this firestorm. I'm kind of surprised we weren't able to get rid of the guy's attack, although I guess we haven't really focused him all that hard. Well, we know we can go ahead and heal everyone. Or not? What did I use that healed everybody? Did I only have one of those? Well, rip for that, I guess. We can always still play healer. You are lowest HP. Well, good thing we went for that. Alright, so now, of course, we just want to make sure that we break this guy. And we're free to do so. We'll go ahead and throw this out just to make sure that we break him. That way he can't do none of his nonsense yet again. Go ahead and go for yet another firestorm.
How about you? My blade is unbending!
That, I mean, 1,000 spears seems like it would be better than level slash when it's fully maxed out. Sure. Of course, I only get to use one of those. Well, how possibly do you miss some? Whatever. We cleared out his pleb friend, so that'll work. I guess we can do a buy if we really want to for the damage increase. Sure, why not?
I am ready.
And you're just going to go ahead and go for the Bewildering Grace again. Job experience times 2. Oh. I probably should have looked up if Bewildering Grace can actually stack its effects. Like if I hit a job points times 2 and then hit experience times 2, like would it override the initial effect or would it keep both of them? Like that'd be nice to know. Of course, that'd probably just be me sitting in a fight forever, just fishing for it. But could you blame me if that is the case? I mean, doubling everything you would get in a boss fight? Like, you can't tell me that isn't a nice thing to think about at the very least.
Now, what next?
You're going to continue to feed yourself SP, but thankfully there's only one of them, so we could just keep getting away with the fireball and whatnot. Ow.
Damn!
Now go ahead and just keep breaking that shield. We got times 2 on you, so we're free to go ahead and just keep breaking his shield with you as well. Why did I pick fire? It's because I said fireball earlier, when clearly ice is weakness right there. I can do regular first aid, or we can do concoct. Concoct with essence of grapefruit just fine. Hold is surprisingly the lowest one. We can break him this turn. It's more like a question of if we want to break him this turn.
Here goes nothing.
And we'll go ahead and keep playing healer with our apothecary for the time being.
Try this.
Now
If we really want to, we could throw down healing
Use
items
this.
on Rose here. And I think we will, just so that way he doesn't potentially drop her. Yeah. What's her HP looking like? I know I could break his shield quicker if we didn't, but he still has like 3,000 health. Well, okay then. I guess we didn't really focus him all that hard in this fight just yet, so.
How about you?
Alright, well, we know pole arm works, so we'll use this just to break him. And now we'll go ahead and wail on him. Lion's Dance on Olbrich could be good. Especially when he has all the boosts.
Bring it on! Alrighty!
Then hit him with the giant ice.
Cool off!
Still feels like that should do more damage, especially max boosted, although I guess my elemental attack probably is at the highest. Then again, I mean, Zyrus even has like a 50-point elemental boost and still didn't do it as much as at least I thought it would have done. Olbrich's doing some good damage there for using basic attacks. Go ahead and keep Primrose's boost so that way we can break his shield easier. Our apothecary doesn't care about that. Usually doesn't have multi-hit like that. Level slash, that's fine.
I am ready.
And we'll go ahead and boost just so that way we can break that shield gauge.
Bring it on!
We probably don't even need this heal necessarily, but I'll go ahead and throw it out there for Cyrus, just so that way he doesn't get dropped and lose out on the double job point experience.
What is the logical course of action?
Well, we can break in this turn. We go first next turn anyway, so we could just do this once, and then next turn we go before him to break him.
I am ready.
Of course, we can't really go in with our dancer here because we don't have SP like that. Olbrich's out of damage increase though, but now we can just reapply that.
Victory shall be mine.
And we'll let him go in.
Here goes nothing.
And just keep letting you use your boost on your ice pull. Alright, that was good enough. We get that job points times 2, which is going to be real nice considering just how many job points we really need at this point. We got a hand axe, which is like the weakest axe so far, so. I yeet. Now I'll have my answers. How do you know Earhart?
Aye.
We fought alongside each other as all served together in a band of mercenaries. He was already an old hand when I signed out, helped me out, showed me the ropes. A sellsword, and where is he now? Damned if I know. When our group disbanded, we went our separate ways. After that, I drifted from one town to the next, tried one trade, then another, but swinging a blade's the only thing that's ever come natural to me. So here I am. Times are lean, and a man's got to make a living. Anyone could use a sword arm like yours, so you could protect people instead of stealing from them.
Aye.
I could, but honest work takes more wits than the gods saw fit to bless me. Never meant to do anyone no harm, but life doesn't always give us a choice in that matter, does it? Choice or no, you must answer for your crimes.
Aye.
I know the score, but I've got my men to think about too. Boss, what are you saying? Wait now.
Oi.
Easy now, man. The head knight has the right. I've got more than enough blood on my hands to live by the sword. Well, you know how it goes. A man has to own up to what he's done.
No.
Enough blood's been spilled here today. Surrender and I'll see that you and your men are not harmed. You do me a kindness, Edge Knight, and so I'll do you one in return. I told you I didn't know where Earhart is, and I don't. But I know someone who might.
Aye.
Gustav's his name, Sir Gustav. Some call him the Black Knight or some other fussed up nonsense. Oh, the Black Knight. Oh, isn't that a convenient name? It's almost like a Fire Emblem. There's also a Black Knight. Earhart taught us both how to use a sword back in the mercenary band. You should find him in Victor Hollows. And this man will tell me where Earhart is.
Aye.
He might, then again he might not. Still, if you want to find him that much, I reckon it's worth trying.
I can see.
I saw your eyes, and they were dead, like a fish. But the moment you saw my blade, they came to life. Dead have I truly been. Yeah, boy's a common thief in no men's souls.
Look.
Berg, thank the gods you're safe. The villages are as well, sir.
That's right.
Round up the thieves and lock them in the village court. Berg, I could have sworn I heard that gods be good. Heisenberg. Should have known it, the way your eyes lit up at the mention of Earhart's name. Hi, you're no hedge knight, you're Sir Ulbrich Heisenberg, the unbending blade. Boy, in the blazes.
Huh?
What?
The unbending blade?
Damn it!
They said he was slain in Hornburg Fit.
But
I heard he lived, but scarce believe it until today. Was it true, sir? Are you a real knight?
no.
Long ago, lad, long ago. Let's be on our way. We kept your mother waiting long enough.
You got it!
Sometime later. This village has been good to me, but it's time to move on. I shall find Earhart so that I might find the reason I wield this blade. To find a man named Gustav, and God willing, Earhart himself.
Indeed.
Victor's Hollow, the man said. That's where I must go. I had stopped believing that I'd one day don these clothes again. The journey will be a long one, and I have no more reason to tarry. Alright, well, look at the time to get out of here.
So you truly mean to leave us?
You have shown me nothing but kindness. I am forever in your debt.
Oh, it is we who owe you, friend. Were the choice mine to make, you would stay with us forever. But it is your life to live. We won't ever forget all you've done for us, sir.
The next time any dirty brigands come after us, we'll give them a good kicking in your name.
We're no knights, sir, but you've taught us well. We can protect our home, at the very least.
Glad to hear it.
I'm sorry, sir. Philip, he wouldn't come. Didn't want you to see him crying, most like.
Fair.
I understand. Tell the boy I'm counting on him to grow strong, and to look after his dear mother.
Thank you, sir. I will.
When you've done whatever it is you must do, pray, come back and visit us. No matter how far your journey takes you, you'll always have a home here.
Thank you. And with that, I had best...
There he is.
Philip!
It's all right. It was a good blow, lad. Getting strong.
I'm going to keep training while you're away. Then, when you come back,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
even stronger. And then, maybe I could.
Aye, lad. I'll get stronger too. And we'll see each other again. You have my word.
You better not forget! The knight always keeps his word!
And thus Ulbrich the Knight set out on a new journey. He would find his former comrade Earhart and ask him why he did what he did. And mayhap he would discover that which he had lost. The reason why he wields his blade. Well, fate awaits him. Only time can answer. But, yeah, well, yet another one of our extended episodes. But it kind of kept with the theme of the people, and it felt kind of wrong to, like, do all the way up to the dungeon, and then in the next one, be like, oh, okay, now we'll do the boss. You know, I think we did that maybe, like, once or twice in the beginning, but I feel like this is a better way of going about it. It does make the videos a little bit longer, and maybe that affects people in some ways. I mean, maybe they're like, oh, it's almost like 2 hours or something like that. Oh, I would never. But then it's like, you guys can almost just, like, watch an hour and then, like, come back to it for, like, 30 minutes or whatever. Although, a lot of people don't think of it like that, which is fair. But it is what it is. So, yeah, the Warriors story, me personally wasn't all that much of a fan of it. I would say it's more so because of Philip more than anything. Like, the actual story with Ulbrich and then talking to the main thief and whatnot, that was kind of interesting, but, like, the interactions with Philip just kind of killed it for me. Not that it's necessarily bad, it's just, for me personally, I didn't really find it as good as some of the other ones. Alright, so level 21 for our dancer. Everybody else is like 22, 24 plus. The hunter is 27, apparently. Alright then. Well, Flame's Grace on the next one. But that'll absolutely have to be on the next one because of the time it is. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys found the Warrior story to be more interesting than I did. And we will continue on our final person to acquire here, being the cleric at the end. I mean, at least to me it makes sense, because our apothecary already does... I mean, I'm sure he's not as good a healer as the cleric, right? But it's not like he's bad by any means. Like, he still does what he needs to do. I mean, the heals are relatively strong, at least for where we're at right now. I mean, we've seen heals go up to, what, 3k? Or maybe there was even 8k one time? So, I mean, 3k still even covers my main character. And that's still, like, double his HP. So that heal is still good for quite a long time. So, but, yeah. Well, I mean, we're still making progress. Cyrus here almost has his next skill, sitting close to 600 job points. It'll be nice to see him learn a better skill than what we got. Evasive maneuvers will be nicer later in the game when we're just trying to run around and avoid encounters. But for the time being, for it to be the first one is kind of strange. Maybe it helps for, like, running around in general, so that way I don't insta-trigger fights every time I run around. Which could be the case, in which case it's not as bad just for traveling and exploring and whatnot. But as the first, like, support skill he learns, I don't know about that one. But, yeah. Kept you guys long enough. Appreciate you guys for watching. And we will see you guys on the next one when we do the Tale of the Cleric and figure out what exactly is going on with her. See.